It doesn't know any context about the project and what we're going to be building. And that's why I personally built a prompt that we can just input in here, which is going to allow us to create an AI agent such as the one that I showed. Here's the prompt that I have. Basically, it says build a dental receptionist. It needs to create certain files, and it's going to be requiring certain keys. And these are keys, for example, for your N8N instance, for Vapi, for your calendar. And I'm going to show you guys how to get all of those keys. But for now, I'm just going to copy all of this prompt, and then I'm going to paste it and hit enter. I'm going to be leaving a link down below to my community in which you can sign up for free, and you can go into the Classroom section and grab all of these prompts for completely free so you can follow along and build this yourself. So I'm just going to paste that, and I'm going to click Shift, Tab, 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 and then that's going to set me into plan mode. That's just so that the agent starts planning and asks me questions before we start actually building. So I'm going to click Enter, and I'm just going to give it some time. While it's doing that, let's review a little bit more about the prompt. So it has some guidelines on what the speaking style should be for the assistant, what are the different tools that we're going to be needing, so checking the availability into our calendar, and booking the appointment. So it looks like you come up with a plan, and I'm just going to assume that this is all right. I'm just going to click yes, and it should now start asking me for my different credentials that it's going to need in order to build it. So based on that prompt, it went ahead and created some files in which is going to be storing our keys. So it's asking me to go and manually input those keys, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say, can you please ask me for the keys that you need? I'll provide them through here, and you can go ahead and modify those files. Send that. So the first thing it's going to ask me is going to be for the Vapi API key. So I'm going to go back into Vapi. So here I'm inside of Vapi. I'm going to go to the API key section over here. I've already have some API keys from the past. I'm just going to copy those. If it's your first time doing this, you can just create a new key over here. Now back on Claude, it's going to do option 3, paste it, enter. Then it's going to ask for my N8N API URL. So I'm self-hosting N8N in the cloud using Hostinger. So let me show you guys how to get your API key if that's the case, or if you're in the cloud instance. So here I'm inside of N8N. I'm going to go to settings, then N8N API, create an API key. Vapi demo, I'm going to call it. I'm going to put no expiration, save. That's going to create you an API key. You can just copy that, and that's going to, you can just click that, and that's going to copy it. Then you can just paste it here, option 3, enter. Then it's going to ask me the third question, which is, sorry. So the third question was the API key. So I'm going to paste it, enter, and then I'm going to go back to the API URL, and I'm going to actually delete this. So the URL is just going to be the URL of your server. So I'm up to where it says cloud. I'm going to copy that, paste that in here, enter. And then the server URL, I'm going to paste the same thing. I really don't know what the difference is between these two, but I'm just going to assume that it knows what I'm talking about.